Alright, what do we got here today? We're unboxing our favorite thing. We try to get a good generator. The last one that I bought was a piece of garbage. It wasn't even charged. It would just kick off. You never know what you're going to get. This is an EcoFlow Max. So you can get this in two variants. This is a 1640. That's the size of the battery in it. Or you can get it in a 2000 watt. But we got a great deal on this. We got this for $548 on
Sam's Club online. We didn't go there and pick it up. We got it online.
And you can see that this generator run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you got to look at your wattage, but anything up to 1600 it'll run, and it'll go up to 2500 watt hours. So what 1600 means is that anything at all you plug into this is less than 1600 watts, it'll run automatically. It won't have to have any extra juice. But you download an app. There's a QR code you can see on this side. Download that app, and you can turn it on to something called Boost. I think it's X Boost. Yeah, that's it. And it'll boost it up to like 2500 watts. So pretty much you can run anything on your house. You can even run a washer. A dryer, it's not a 220, so but this thing has a lot of power, and we're going to show you guys a little bit about it, how it works, and let's see what else in the box here. So comes in the box. It's right here. You actually get it looks like a booklet in here. Man, we don't read booklets a lot of times, unfortunately, but that knows how to run it if you're not familiar with solar generators. It comes with 3. This right here is called an X5521. And this plugs into like modems, certain things. I think you could probably actually run a laptop off of it, but I would just run my laptop off the AC. Now, of course, on this side, you got all these power plugs for your phones. There's actually one on here that goes all the way to 100 watts. We got one that's 20 watts, so it'll charge your phone in like, I guess, 30 minutes. 100 watts, I have no idea. I've never plugged anything into 100 watt, but I've actually seen adapters for this where it will charge your cell phone. It'll charge your batteries in your car. It has that much power it puts out. Okay, so anyway, and here's the last adapter. This adapter, show you what it does. It allows you to plug this in. This is called an X60 plug, okay, XT60. Anyway, you can plug this in to like here, and then you can get power out to things in your vehicle, or you can plug it over here, and you can get an adapter here, and it'll go out. But you do have to have the adapter. So I'd say that's the hardest thing about it, is it don't come with a straight adapter for everything. Now, I know a little bit about solar, so I can put things together a little better. So let's go ahead and show you. Pop this open. You make sure you look here. You got solar and then fast. Fast is for the wall. Okay. I've read that you can charge it 2 ways, but I would preferable just in case you got a real emergency, long term, charge it 1 way. So right there, plug it in the wall. It's very simple.
It's 3-prong too.
Yeah, it's 3-prong. You might have to get an adapter depending on where you live at. This thing takes 1600 watts. So if you plug this up and you plug your air fryer, it's going to blow your sockets in your house, and you're going to trip your fuses. So 3-prongers, 1600 watts. That's about how much energy comes out of your AC DAP through your AC when you plug anything in. The difference is, here's a fan difference. A lot more energy, okay? So this is your whole plug in your house, so remember that. Don't plug anything in if you're charging this. You might can charge a phone, but I wouldn't even recommend anything. Just go in another part of the house. So this plugs in right here. You can get adapters for this. You can hook it to solar, all kinds of things. But
How long does it take to charge with solar?
to charge it with solar, it takes about 4 to 8 hours. Obviously, the sky, we can't get much solar today, so I can't do much of things about the weather. But if you had this baby charged up, it'll run dryer, fry pan. It'll run.
You mean a washer?
It'll run a washer. It'll run a fry pan. It'll run almost anything in the house. Variants, obviously, it won't run. It'll run a cooker for about an hour.
Okay.
It'll run washer a whole load. It might do it 2-3 times, because some devices like your refrigerator, you'd think, oh, this thing won't run your refrigerator. And most people advertise small refrigerators. But this thing, you can plug your real refrigerator in. And once you plug the refrigerator in, it takes like maybe 1,000 watts to spark it. But after that, the compressor runs at like 40 watts. And we'll show you in a minute how that works. But anyway, plug this in.
A real quick question. So
Yes.
it don't run a dryer?
It will not run a dryer.
Okay,
It may be
I wanted to
capable of an
clarify that.
adapter, but Texas 220.
You could always dry your clothes outside if
Yeah.
needed. So
These are all 110.
but everything else it does, right?
Everything's 12 volts, 110 that goes in your house except your dryer. Now, some people do have 110 dryers, which would be on this or that, but probably not. Most people don't have those, but they do make them, smaller ones. Okay, so what do you do here? And this is interesting, okay? This wire, say you're on a long trip, you're gonna go camping or something, or you want the kids to play, whatever. You actually plug this into your cigarette lighter of your car or output, 12 volt, 24 volt, whatever you got. It'll go up to 24 volts. And this will charge this. So you can, say you're going to Florida, you need something for your cabin later on, or condo, boom. We got caught in a cabin. If we'd had this, we wouldn't have worried as much probably one time.
Yeah, we had the power go off in a cabin, for a
luckily
long
they
time.
had a generator on the house, but this would at least give us a fan. And this will run a fan up to about 18 hours. The way you calculate it is 640, that's how many watts, or 2,000 watt variant you buy. Or if you buy 500 or 1,000, they come in all kind of variants. They come in thousands and thousands and thousands variants if you run your whole house. But basically that could run anything. But what you can do is you can get an adapter for this and you hook it to a solar panel. So, or you can get a solar panel that has this same adapter on it. That's called XT60 adapter. And you can buy these a lot of places. You might have to order one from Home Depot, but you can definitely get them. So this is not that uncommon. You can get an adapter for this. I bought one at Harbor Freight, and like I said, it's cloudy, so.
Yeah, we like Harbor Freight. They have good
Yeah.
deals. You get coupons too if you sign up for them, right?
Yeah, they do.
They have
And
some nice coupons.
everything's not the same. So with solar generators, do your homework before you buy one, because all solar panels are different. Most of them have a male and a female, but this only came with this. This will run my solar panels, but it don't have the adapter on the back, so I'll have to get an adapter. I had to buy an adapter at Harbor Freight. They do have a few things for solar. They use a plug called ASE, and I luckily had an ASE plug. All right, so let's see how this bad boy works. Pretty sure you guys know that it'll easily run a cell phone.
It's so windy out here. Sorry, turning the fan.
Sorry, turning it, yeah.
That's crazy.
So, turn this on. There's your power. It's on 97 right now, because I charged it the other day a little bit. This is amazing how long it'll run something.
Yeah, I was amazed too. I mean, I highly recommend everybody getting one of these, especially for emergencies and if the shit hits the fan, and then camping, you name it. Hurricanes, tornadoes.
And
Oh, you got it plugged up. Okay, yeah, it's working.
excuse me. So right now, this fan is running only 30 watts. So you just divide 1640 by 30, and it'll tell you how long it will run.
That's
So
pretty
that's
cool.
about 180 an hour. So it should run it for 10 hours, but we tried it, and it'll actually run it for 18 hours.
That's pretty good.
And you can charge, in the book it says you can charge this battery 500 times. So you could charge it for almost 2 years and never lose any. And then after that, it only goes to 80%.
How long does the battery last?
If you charge it completely every single day, it'll last for 500 days. But if you charge it on 80%, it'll last for 3,000 days.
Right.
Which is about 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's if you used it every single day till then. And there's one other thing. They don't give you this either, and I didn't buy one because they're very expensive. Basically, you just buy another unit right here.
Okay.
You can actually add EcoFlow sells batteries, so you can add 2 batteries, 2,000 watts a piece or 1,000, depending on what you buy. Just say 1,000 is your generic battery. That's lithium. That's what's in this thing.
Mhm.
So you could actually put this up to 3,600 watts. And once you get 3,600 watts, you can't run your whole house, but you can run a lot. You could even get an adapter. I saw a guy with an adapter that will charge your car with that. So you could run the dryer if you had an adapter. There ain't much. I don't know your HVAC. I've seen it even run off 3,600 watts. It wouldn't run it long, but it would run it with those 2 extra batteries. So that's a plus. You can add 2 batteries. Solar max about 800 watts you can send into it, but I've read that you can run 2 things at once, but I wouldn't advise it. You certainly don't want to tear this up for $548. And anything like a cell phone, it'll run it for a long time. Laptop takes about 40. That's about 60 watts, so it actually brings it down over time. Cell phone runs for 20 hours. That's plugging it up. So you'd unplug it and then use it. You could use it forever. Not ever, but I'd say for days. It'll run a modem. It runs about 40 watts. It'll run it for 20 hours. I think I have one other thing over here. Well, let's try it out. Now, these things eat energy, right?
That eats energy there, that little lamp?
This is an incandescent bulb, 120 watts. Yeah, this is not one of these new hydrogen bulbs. This is the old-fashioned watt right here, 120 watts. This is 60 hertz. So this is double. This is double the power.
It's crazy.
Double the power. The whole, it's crazy how these old, little tiny ones, they used to be 100 watts for the bigger ones. These old bulbs, that's 60 watts right there. So this consumes as much as that. So
right.
I'm gonna plug them both in.
Okay.
So now we're running 100 watts. Okay.
Okay, the fan's working. Okay.
Lights on.
Let me see. I didn't see it.
Lights on.
Oh, I see it now. Okay.
Now
okay.
let's see how much
energy it's taking.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. So right now we're at 97. We're pushing at 78, 79 watts.
Okay.
So it runs that. It would run it pretty quickly if you run that much stuff. You want me to do an ultimate test on it?
Like what?
Something that fries.
Nah, that's okay.
Right.
But I do want to mention that a good thing to have too, like even, you know, something happens or if you go camping, you know, to have either a crock pot or have a Instapot. You can use that for cooking on this, so you don't even have to start a fire and use fuel. So that'd be ways of cooking. What else could you use for cooking, Kevin? What about a microwave? Do you know anything about a microwave? Would it work with that?
A small microwave, yeah, it would run it.
It would
won't
run
run it that long. They're usually about 1,800 watts.
Yeah.
So it'll run it for probably 50 minutes.
Okay.
So
Well, they do 700 watt microwaves too.
Yeah,
eh?
yeah, that's what I was saying. If you get a small one,
Yeah.
this would run it.
Okay. What about a George Foreman grill or an indoor grill?
It run it.
For how long you think?
Probably about an hour.
How many watts is it?
1,600.
Okay,
1,500.
okay. Yeah, those are the best things to have, you know, if something happens, instead of having to start a fire or have wood or gasoline, is just to hook one of those up to one of these, and then if the sun's out pretty good, well, I mean, even if the sun's out not good, it still charges.
It'll still charge, yeah. Pressure cooker, pressure cooker I think is the best thing because you can get that between
Instapot.
100,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instapot.
And you can actually fry things in an Instapot.
Into the bowl of water,
Do
just
soup.
like that. Yeah. And you can saute, but I mean, just that, to have the capacity to run that for several days. You know, you don't run it 10 hours, but you can run it up to an hour. You can cook something in 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
So multiple days is awesome.
Exactly. Okay, so we're at 19 minutes. So anything else you want to say real quick, Kevin?
No, let's just check our total use here. Like I said, I'm still running the light over there, and
Okay.
it's on 96. We plugged it up at 97, and that light now is only generating 24 watts. So what it does is it takes a lot to kick it on, but once you get it to running, now we're up to 76, 75. So you could have your house cooled and you could have a light on, which during the day you wouldn't need that.
Okay.
At night you might need it, just a little bit of light. But lights are so much efficient now. 5-watt halogen bulb, like you put in your house, 5 watts compared to that 60 watts years ago.
Okay.
So it would run that for 20 hours.
Okay, and then tell a description one more time of what kind of EcoFlow this is.
This is a Max, EcoFlow Max.
Okay.
And you can get river flows. River flows, you can get those at Walmart or Sam's Club. They may sell them at Costco. They're about this big. A lot more. This is 48 pounds. Those are 500 kilowatts. Now it'll go all the way to 1,000, but don't think you're going to run the Instapot on that very long.
All right. How much does this one go to?
1,650.
What's the max?
1,000 max.
Okay.
But this has a boost of 2,500.
Okay.
So you can run almost anything in your house with it.
Right. Okay. And we got this at Sam's Club online, not at the store, because it would have been higher in the store, you think, right?
Yeah, $1,200.
And we got this for 500 and what?
548 with taxes and shipping. I think it was $597.
Okay.
So you bought $600. If you bought your regular generator, you're gonna put gas in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And if the gas is out, it's not going to be running.
right, yeah, the gas is out.
At least you got the sun on this if needed.
Yeah, and you can even run a saw. I mean, you can run. I've run all things, but if you add a couple of batteries, there even is a way to charge this with your car on an alternator. So you can buy an attachment to run it off your alternator, and that will charge it in like an hour.
Okay.
So there's all kinds of attachments you can buy.
Right, but we're definitely happy with this product.
Definitely. Versus
Okay.
the team you
would. Okay, yeah, you got one on TV. What was it again? We sent it back. We didn't like it.
I think it was just called an XTX. It was 1,000 watts. No, it was 1,400 watts. I thought, well, I'm gonna get a bigger bang, and I think it was like $400, and it came to me, and it wouldn't work. I even charged it in the car. I didn't even try solar, and it wouldn't work. I wouldn't even turn it on.
Okay,
So,
you think it was used? I guess probably, or
I think it was used multiple cycles, and somebody just sold it.
Yeah.
So,
I don't really care for Team. I know you like it, Kevin, but it takes so long to get your stuff.
that's true.
You know, I'm not for it, but I know you still like it because you think you get a good deal sometimes. But we got this one on Sam's Club online, so we have a membership that we actually got through Groupon, and I think we got it for like $18 on Groupon. I don't know if they still run that deal or not, but we got such a good deal on our membership. So
We did.
all right, well, I guess that's it, right, Kevin?
That's it. We're worth the money, I think.
All right, so big thumbs up on that.
Yeah, definitely thumbs up on that.
All right, y'all take care.
All right, bye-bye.